Sir,
Hi Shivani, how are you?
I'm good, sir. So I think more participants will join us in next 2-3 minutes. We
Sure,
shall wait for another 2 minutes. Okay.
no worries at all.
Sir, should we start?
Yes,
Maximum
if
number of participants have joined.
sure. How many of there are there?
Just a minute. 10 people have joined.
Okay, fine. We can start. And is Mr.
Mhm.
Sriram also joining?
No, sir isn't. He hasn't
No
joined.
problem. No problem. Okay.
Okay. So good morning, everyone, and today we have with us Mr. Pradeep Manjrekar. So please correct me, sir, if I'm wrong in any ways. So
Sure.
he's an experienced sales and market. I mean, he's into sales and marketing since I think 1998, sir.
That's right.
And sir would be guiding us today in like more about sales only, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hope you all are doing well, feeling healthy. Shivani, I'll just request you to unmute everyone for the time being. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me. And if everyone can unmute themselves, because first thing that we are going to do is we are going to introduce everyone. Okay. So I'll call out the name and that person will have to introduce themselves just in short in one line. Are we all okay in that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'll call out the name. Let's start with, as they always say, ladies first, Miss Ajita Dorlikar.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ajita Dolika from Nagpur. I'm a businesswoman already, but looking into this opportunity of food processing to get something new sector open for me. Thank you so much.
Great. Next, we can have Mr. Tushar Talware.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
So myself Tushar Galware. I have just completed my engineering. Just when lockdown started, I started my own venture or something like business in organic foods. And now it's been 4 months. I'm doing quite well in it. I'm supplying all over India, and currently also I have started supplying abroad also now, organic foods and all other things. Now I have joined Udyog Vardhini just because now I'm interested into processing these foods, because being a trader, I'm not having control on prices of all such products. So that is why I'm exploring that I should be getting into processing sector of these foods only, so that I can have control on prices also.
Okay, great. Next, we can have Mr. Avinash Banswal. Mr. Avinash, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
हॅलो सर.
Yeah.
मी अविनाश बनसवाल औरंगाबादवरून बोलतो.
Okay.
आवाज येतो? हॅलो.
हो येतोय. बोला.
हा सर, मी औरंगाबादवरून बोलतोय आणि माझं एंटरटेनमेंट सेक्टरमध्ये ऑलरेडी काम आहे. मला मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग सेक्टरमध्ये फूड प्रोसेसिंग मध्ये काम करायचं.
Okay. Great. Next, we can have Ms. Kanchan Jadhav.
Good morning, sir. I'm from Thane. I had 13-14 years of experience in hospital sector, and now I'm looking forward to do something in pet or animal feed industry.
Okay, great. Next, we can have Mr. Arvind. Mr. Arvind is done? No, right?
Hello,
Mr.
sir.
Arvind Gawan.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I am Arvind Somnath Gaon. I am from Kopargaon. I have completed my graduation in BCom and MBA Finance from Pune University. I built my career in financial advisor. That's joined in the Amrutwani.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Udyog Vardhani.
Okay. Next, we can have Mr. Yogesh Mogre.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. सर मी योगेश मोगरे, राहणार सटाणा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट नाशिक. सटाणाहून बोलतोय सर. सर
Okay.
माझं काम सर्व्हिस सेक्टर मध्ये आहे आणि पुढे पण सर्व्हिस सेक्टर मध्येच काम करायचं आहे मोठ्या प्रमाणात. थँक्यू सर.
Thank you. Okay, next, Mr. Suraj Ravij Patil.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm Suraj Ravji Patil from Kolhapur, and I have done my BSc in geology, and currently I'm doing research to start up in food service or agriculture sector.
Okay, good. Next, we can have Ms. Preeti Metange.
Good morning to everyone. I am Preeti Metange from Nashik. I have done PhD in ENTC and now working as associate professor in MIT's Institute of Engineering. But I want to have a freedom for work and want to switch now to the business. So I am now setting up the setup for peeling of garlic and dehydration of garlic. I am currently working on doing research on dehydration of fruits, and will start very soon trading in dehydrated fruits, and after that will produce my own dehydrated fruits.
Okay.
That's my thank you.
All right. Okay, next is Ms. Apurva Patil.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, sir. Myself Apurva Patil from Palghar. I have done graduation in commerce field and looking for an opportunity in food processing and biodegradable plastics.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess we have covered everyone. Anyone is left? Shivani?
No one, I think everybody. जे कोणी राहिलेत ना अनम्यूट करून फक्त
Introduce करा.
हा इंट्रोड्यूस करून घ्या.
Okay, so I think there are 9 participants. Okay. So one thing I want to see that everyone is ready to, interact. So are we ready for this interactive session? So can I see a thumbs up from all of you? Can you all start your videos and just show me a thumbs up so that I know that everyone is there and ready? Great to see everyone. Wow. Very nice. Still, I'm not able to see Mr. Yogesh, Ms. Ajita, Ms. Apurva, Mr. Arvind. Please start your videos. Let's see each other.
So camera is not working.
Okay, if camera is not working, no problem. Okay. Sure. All right, Shivani, so I'll start. Okay. So I think we
Yes.
have time till 9:30, right?
Right, sir.
Okay. So what I feel we should do is we should have a session till 9 o'clock, and then last half an hour we'll keep it for any of your clarifications that you need, any questions that you have specifically for me, then I'll be more than happy to answer that. Okay, so first of all, thank you for introducing yourself. Now let me introduce myself. I hope, Shivani, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're clear. Voice is clear.
Okay. My name is Pradeep Manjrekar, and I've been selling since more than 2 decades, to be precise, since 1998. I started selling alongside doing my college in BYK College in Nashik. And I started by having a small presence right opposite my college where I was selling corporate gift items. So that was to take care of my college. So I started from there. Then I was the first undergraduate to work for a mobile company in Nashik called BPL Mobile. That was the first mobile operator in Nashik. So I used to sell to all the corporate mobile users. That time the rates of mobile was 26 rupees per minute for outgoing and 18 rupees for incoming. So I used to get customers for maximum utilization of mobiles. And after completing my graduation, I went to the land of opportunities, Mumbai. That time it was called Bombay. I started working for an advertising company where we launched multinational companies in the food industry. Companies like Domino's Pizza, companies like Baskin Robbins, companies like Pizza Hut, companies like Woodlands Restaurant, and a lot of other well-known brands all over India. But our way of advertising was a bit different. We used to not just give ads or hoardings. We used to actually go meet customers in their houses, meet customers in offices, and sell them what we had to sell. So this particular project took me across India. I started from Bombay, but I traveled to Chennai, I traveled to Goa, I traveled to Pune, I traveled to most of the major metros across India for almost 1 year. And that 1 year, I realized what is it important for us to sell. After completing 1 year in sales in this advertising company, I went on to a country called United Arab Emirates, and specifically to a place called Dubai, where I worked for almost 14 years till 2016. I worked across banking, across IT solutions, across manpower outsourcing. And in 2016, I came back in Nashik, my hometown. 1 year, I just traveled India. I saw my country. I explored all the great places. And the day when GST was launched in July 2017, my wife convinced me that, Pradeep, because you have traveled so much and you also have experience in sales across different industries, why don't you start writing your journey? So I took the initiative of writing my entire sales journey, and it is almost on the verge of getting published. I have named the book as Sold for a Living because that's what I've been doing. And from 2017 till now, what I've been doing is I've been helping salespeople and startup companies in how to promote and sell their solutions, their products to their target customers. Okay, so with Udyog Vardhini, I have a very special relationship. The team is one of the best teams which is promoting skill development in Nasik. And the way they go about is getting the best of experience in front of all the people who are associated with Udyog Vardhini. So it's a pleasure for me today morning to come and interact with all of you. So, when I started, sales, I did not have a choice because two generations before me, they were also into sales. My grandfather was in sales in the pharmaceutical industry, and my father was also into sales in corporate gifts and other industries. So for me, it was by, generation that I've seen my forefathers selling. So I came and I continued the same thing. But after going through your individual introductions, I understand we have a very good mix of people, right from people who are already into entrepreneurship, people who are just starting off, people who are professors and changing their field. So it's a great combination to have today. One thing which is going to be common for all of you, because you are in this entrepreneurship development course, is whatever you do, wherever you are, you will need to be ready with what is the best way of presenting yourself and whatever you're promoting. Maybe it's a product, maybe it's a service to your target customer. When I started selling, I didn't have any guidance. Like in today's times, we have a lot of people who are becoming mentors, companies like Udyog Vardhini. For me, it was all learning from failing. So the more I failed, the more I learned. And whenever I talk to entrepreneurs, startup teams, sales teams, I always start by sharing one story which has been very important for me across my career of more than 2 decades. So today, I'll be sharing the same with you all. This was given to me as a gift by one of the most experienced salespeople from Bombay. And he told me, Pradeep, I'm sharing this story with you with one condition, that whenever you get an opportunity, you will share this story with everyone. So the story goes this way. First of all, Shivani, is everyone okay? Are you able to understand me? Am I going too fast?
No, sir. Okay.
Everyone is okay, right? Okay. So there was a town somewhere in India, okay, where the only source of income was wood cutting. So everyone who finished schooling, who finished their education, they did not have a choice of going to medical, starting their company. They only had to take their axe, go in the jungle and start cutting wood. So that was the only source of income. But the good thing in that town was every year, end of the year, they used to have a prize distribution ceremony. And in that prize distribution ceremony, they used to give an award for the best woodcutter of the year. And every single year, there was only one person who used to win that award. So years passed by. So continuously for 10 years, this person had received the award of the best woodcutter of the year. And he was like a champion that, I am the best. And, he was very happy person. And every year there used to be a lot of new people who used to come in the jungle and start cutting wood. So here came 2020. And end of the year, there was this prize distribution. And the Sarpanch or the Panchayat, the panel which was deciding the prizes, gave this Best Woodcutter of the Year award to this new person who had joined this year. So the veteran who used to get this award of the best woodcutter for every single year, he got very upset. So he went to the panchayat, he went to the people, the judges, that you have done some mistake. I am the best woodcutter here. No one can be better than me. So how can you give this award to this new person who has just joined? So the panchayat, the judge told that, for us, we have a permutation and combination, we have some analysis, and we understand that you are very experienced. But this new person, when we compare it with everyone, he's the most efficient and he's the best. That's why we have given this award to him. If you want to know why this award was given, please go and speak to him. So this experienced person got very angry. So he went to this new person, assuming his name was Pradeep. So he told Pradeep, what is the shortcut that you took? It's not possible that within few months you come and you become better than me. So I want to know the reason. So Pradeep told, sir, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to you. Because when I reached the jungle, I did not cut wood for at least 1 week. What I did was I used to come in the jungle, I used to sit and I just used to observe everyone. And what I found was you were the best out of everyone. And your schedule every day was you used to come very sharp, very disciplined, 8 o'clock in the morning. You used to take the axe and you used to start cutting wood till sunset. And you used to go. This was your daily routine. I exactly followed you. I copied you. But I did a small change. After every hour of wood cutting, I used to take a break of 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, I used to sharpen my axe. So the amount of output I could generate was much more than what you could generate. And that's how I believe that I won the award. So the moral of the story is it's not about what you're doing, it's about how you're doing it. So, one question that I ask myself every single day: when was the last time that I personally sharpened my axe? And how does this relate to everyone, especially in today's time? Is whenever you are doing any activity, are you giving it your everything? Are you just there in front of someone because you want to meet or speak to them, or you're really interested? If you're not there 100%, you're not going to get the result as per your requirement. And very important, especially in sales, because you do not get second chances. Imagine you're sitting in front of the most important person that you had to meet, and he's given you an opportunity either through a webinar or in a meeting. How important is that? And if you don't give it everything, what will happen? That opportunity will not get converted into the positive direction, right? So the day you feel that you're not feeling well, you're not 100% mentally, you're in a meeting, but you're thinking about your family, some other work, some other thing which is more important, leave that meeting. Do not attend that meeting. Do not meet that customer. Do not learn about something new, because you will not be doing justice to yourself and also to the issue or the problem that is disturbing your mind. Your mind has to be completely in it 100%. And always ask this question to yourself: is my axe sharp enough so that every time I cut that tree, every action of mine, is it effective? Okay. So this was a small gift that I wanted to give to each and every one of you. And it has helped me till now. And I hope you will remind yourself about keeping your axe sharp. So be always prepared. And remember one thing: choose someone that you look up to. For me, I'll give you, I had a lot of inspirations from childhood. I had my grandfather, I had my father. When I was in the corporate working environment, I saw a lot of people around, but I really got impressed by a few Indian corporate heads. One of them was Mr. Ratan Tata. And I always used to read about him. I always used to, hear his success stories. And one day, it was my fortunate, lucky day that I entered a lift in a hotel. And who do I see in the lift? It was Mr. Tata himself. And that time, I knew that that is my moment. Even though he had other people with him, I introduced myself. And why I could introduce myself, because I had prepared for this day. So, very important for all of you as you're taking that first step in your entrepreneurial journey or you're starting something new is be prepared for this particular moment. Imagine if you get your best customer or your mentor with you either in a lift or maybe you got a chance to speak to him in a webinar. What will be your introduction to that person? Because you will not get a lot of chances. It will be once in a lifetime, and it can be for 60 seconds, it can be for more as well. It depends on how good you make an impact. So first and foremost, and very important factor in selling, promoting, and introducing yourself is to create that first introduction. It has to be crisp, it has to be effective. And how will you realize that introduction and pitch is effective? Because the next time when you meet that same person or you call him, he should remember who Pradeep Manjrekar is. He should remember who Kanchan Jadhav is. He should remember who Suraj Patil is. He should remember who Avinash Banswal is. He should remember who Shivani is. Because till the time he cannot recollect who you are, you have not made your presence felt. And today, when we get so many calls, so many webinars, so many interactions going on, how many people do we recollect? Very few, right? So work firstly on your introduction. If you do not have an introduction, practice on it. It should not be a very long introduction. It should be a short introduction so that first time if you are meeting a person, he knows about you and he understands you. Then it's up to you. How do you want to take it from there? Okay. So what is sales, and who is the best salesperson according to me? I want to, Shivani, does everyone have access to chat? Everyone can chat here in
Yes,
this?
yes. They can put their answers in the
Okay.
chat
Okay.
box.
So I want everyone to write one word what they feel is important when you have to sell or promote yourself. What is that one word, one thought that comes to your mind? If you can just write in the chat. For me, I will start with myself. Okay. Passion, trust, connect, confidence, satisfaction, attraction. Very good. Okay. Loyalty. Very good. Very nice. Let me take you all deep in this function of selling, because I feel if you don't love selling, you can't move forward in life. And for me, I feel it's not only the person who is selling or who is promoting his idea, it's also everyone in the organization which has a responsibility to be part of this selling process. Imagine you're running a manufacturing setup and your sales team is one of the best sales team. You have one of the best customers who's coming into the factory for a site visit, and that best salesperson is not there in the factory. The person comes and he meets someone in the administration or someone in the front office. If that person is not able to create a very good impression in front of that very prestigious client, do you think the hard work of that salesperson, however good that will be continuing? No, right? So what I always say is, everyone part of your company, part of your organization, part of your even the smallest of team has to be an ambassador for your company, for your product, for your solution. So if I give an example of Udyogvardhini, if I speak to Shivani, Shivani should be in a position to explain me about Udyogvardhini. When I come to Udyogvardhini's office, Shivani, if she feels that their best salesperson is not in the company, she should not be in a situation, what should I talk to Mr. Pradeep? So everyone associated with your team should be able to do justice in introducing about your company. And important people who visit your companies, I hope it happens soon after Corona, when things improve, they start observing. And if you have visited large organizations where even the people who are serving tea and coffee, they also come and greet, they also come and start engaging with a smile with customers at the reception, in meeting rooms. There is a reason behind that, because even these people play a very important part. And customers who are very experienced, they have a eye for detail. They start seeing these small things. Okay, this person, he's coming with a smile, he's wishing me, he's asking me, sir, how is your day going, how are you doing? That means he's a happy person. Everyone wants to do business with happy people, right? If I want to place an order with a company, if I go to that company, if I speak to them, and if they're not happy about what they're doing, they're talking with a different tone, as if someone has pressurized them, how will it resonate with me? It will not give me that feeling that it is a win-win situation. I'll feel that there's something, some issue. So I always tell everyone that start developing everyone who is part of your team in a way that they are first of all having all these qualities that you all have mentioned. They are passionate, they are having confidence, they are coming across as you know trustworthy people, because these small things matter. And this I can tell you from experience. A lot of times we assume that my relationship with the client is good, but what if your team has no clue about the kind of relationship that customer has? So as a company, you need to know your customers well. I get a lot of calls from companies, their sales teams, they call me without doing research about me. Imagine you get a database of customers, and someone who has to call, he will not think, he will start calling. And imagine if he calls someone like me, I'm already his customer, but that person who is calling, he is not aware of it. So what is going to be the situation? Either he's not going to give me the right kind of information, and I'm going to feel that I'm such a good customer of this company and they don't know my relationship. Even though that person may be a new person, but still the first rule of thumb in selling or promoting any of your solution or products is knowing your customers. Your team should know who are your existing customers. So tomorrow, if by chance you even meet them, if you start engaging with them, it should not come across that you don't give them that courtesy, because they are your valuable customers. And do not, please do not differentiate. I see a lot of teams, this customer, his order is only for a certain amount, so he's not that important. Oh, this customer, he's a VVIP customer, because he gives me a fixed contract every day. Do not differentiate. Always give the same amount of respect to every single customer, even though he is going to buy it from you only once, or he is buying it from you since last 10 years. You know that your contract is not going to be renewed by a company, maybe because you're high on price, or maybe they want to give a chance to another vendor. Do not spoil your relationship. Keep your relationship well in such a manner that tomorrow, if they have an issue with that new vendor, they should not hesitate to pick up the call and say, okay, Pradeep, can we restart again? When will this happen? When we have left that relationship on a happy and a positive note. Do not burn your bridges. I see a lot of salespeople and a lot of founders, when they see a client has not given them the right kind of uh, response, they've not paid their invoices timely, they start ignoring them. They start talking bad about them. Do not you know because in today's times, you never know who can become your brand ambassador. I have got experiences where I met a customer, I spent a couple of hours with them, taking them through the process of what I was, selling. And then after that, he told me, Pradeep, okay, you're very good, but I have my commitment to another company, so I cannot sign up with you. But given 3 months down the line, he gives me a call that, Pradeep, one of my friend, he's starting a company. Will you be interested in, meeting him? Why did he do that? Because I created that impact with him. I informed him about what I am good at, and it can be of value to you. So, whenever you get an opportunity to introduce yourself, meet a new customer, send an email, or in today's time, send a WhatsApp, to someone, make sure you do it in a way that they are happy to share about you. Today, digital, marketing is so effective. People are getting leads left, right, center. But my question to everyone is, getting leads is the first part of the journey. What happens after you get those leads? You have spent maybe 500 rupees or maybe 5,000 rupees on a marketing campaign. You have invested that. The marketing company will give you assurance that, okay, in 5,000 rupees, you will get 500 leads. You are happy. But once those 500 leads come to you, do you track those leads? Do you see to it that everyone is following up with them? One thing is sending a message, sending a email, or giving them a call once and then forgetting them. No. On an average, it takes 3 to 4 follow-ups minimum to get a customer accept your terms and conditions. And follow-up is a very important aspect in your selling journey. And especially, I'll emphasize this to founders and people like y'all who are starting your new journey. You have met a person today. The first thing you have to do is, even if it's a webinar, save that person's number on your phone. After that, next thing is send a small message. If he's on WhatsApp or she's on WhatsApp, send a message with your small introduction. Create your small introduction. I'm Pradeep Manjrekar. I'm a sales and business development consultant. We'll be happy to help you with your selling and business development initiatives. Send that. Even though it's a small courtesy sake, send that, register that, it was a pleasure meeting with you, speaking. I get so many people who call me, who, introduce themselves. But after that, they don't send me any message. They don't send me. But what I do is, when someone calls me, I save their number. And I always say, how do you know that your relationship is formed and you have made a positive impact? The next time when you call a person, he should pick up the phone and say, yes, Pradeep, tell me. So, till that time, that relationship is not developed, you have to work towards it. Find reasons, and it is very easy in today's times. Today, in India, especially with so many different cultures, every month we have a new celebration. Now, Diwali is coming. We had Eid. We are getting towards Christmas. We are going to have New Year. Create small messages like greetings, Happy Diwali, Eid Mubarak, Merry Christmas, wish you a very happy new year. Find reasons to reach out to your potential target customers. Small thing, it makes a big difference. Today, you get so close to someone you want to work with. It's just a message away. I've worked with certain clients where I did not meet them at all before COVID also. They were so busy, but thanks to the digital way of doing things, we got connected. They liked one of my videos that I created for myself and I shared on a platform called LinkedIn. I hope everyone is aware of a platform called LinkedIn. If yes, please write in the chat box yes.
Yes.
Yes. What is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is today a very effective tool. If you do not have a profile on LinkedIn, please make it today after this interaction. What is LinkedIn today? Today, I'll give you an example. If someone gives me a call, say Ms. Kanchan gave me a call today, she spoke to me. I know about her, fair enough, but the first thing I do is I go to Google and I type about her. So I get to know about her information. And I personally go on LinkedIn. I check the person's profile. Okay, what she has spoken, she's doing that. Someone who is not, ready to share his profile on LinkedIn, and he is talking about, a lot of things. I feel that LinkedIn is a very important aspect. It's like your corporate CV, and it helps. So make yourself present on LinkedIn. And coming to what I was telling, that customer saw one of my videos and he sent me a message that Pradeep, can we have a talk? So we spoke, and I did not know who that person is on the phone. When I kept the phone and then I researched about him, I found out he is a sustainability and environment, head for a particular multinational organization. So I was very happy that how did this work? How did he find my video so effective? So when I called him the next time, I told him, sir, why did you reach out to me? You could have just asked someone from your team. A lot of times heads don't want to take that step. But today times are changing. If someone likes a product, a solution, a service, they don't hesitate in reaching out to you. And a lot of decision makers are spending time of platforms like LinkedIn. So work towards yourself on creating a profile on LinkedIn. And I can tell you that is the first step that you will take in achieving your selling objectives. Okay. So moving on, I would like to share something which is very, very special to me, close to my heart. And I feel if I share this with you, the most important hurdle that you all will be facing, and you all have faced also because most of you all are experienced in life, it will help you all. It is very important word in whatever we do, either as a business, either as a job, is negativity. There'll be a lot of people around you who will give you a lot of suggestions. And a lot of people are even today not scared to tell you what you're doing is not a good thing. I'm sure everyone has heard that. When we talk about our new concept that we are starting, they will tell you, don't waste your time. People have tried it. Don't do it. This is not a good time. Let Corona go. Or let us wait for the market to pick up. I personally feel that after this, story that I'll share with you, it will want you all to go ahead and do things when you want to do it. So, in sales, you can imagine working for more than 2 decades, meeting so many customers. How many people would have come across to me as, negative? They would have told me, Pradeep, please don't call me again. What you're selling, I don't want. Your service is not good. Your brand is not that effective. So there was a time when I was very tired and I felt that, I should stop selling. This was in early 2000. So I was doing cold calling that time in a very important area in Mumbai called Nariman Point. That is one area which has the maximum, companies operating even till now. And when I start, visiting any building, I just don't visit one office. I'll make sure that I visit each and every company. Even till now, when I go for a meeting, I just don't go and meet Udyog Vardhani if I'm going to Udyog Vardhani. I'll also see which are the other companies in that building. I'll go and introduce myself there also. So this one particular tower, it was 30 floors. So I started around 9 o'clock in the morning. From 30, I reached 25. No one was ready to listen to me. From 25 floors to 20th floor, no one was ready to listen to me. Lunchtime happened. I did not eat lunch because my thing was, till the time I don't get some positivity, I'll not eat lunch also. So I reached 15 floors. Nothing. No one was ready to listen to me. I came on the 10th floor. Nothing. I came down around 4 o'clock. I had tea. And I told myself, Pradeep, if today by end of day, if you cover this building and if you can't speak to someone and explain them what you're doing and get some positive response, this will be your last day in sales. You will not sell after this. So I went up again with some confidence. No response again. I came down towards the mezzanine level. No response at all. It was almost 5:30. Offices were starting to close. And I had lost all my confidence and I had decided I will stop selling from today. No more sales. And I was about to leave the building, take the steps, and I saw one person closing his office. And I just gave him the worst pitch introduction that, I'm representing this company and I'm leaving. I told him that I'm going from here. So he saw me and I was very, tired. So he thought that I need to have some water. He saw me that I was, sweating and everything. He opened his office. He took me inside. And after having water, I explained him somehow what I was doing. He got so excited. He's like, Pradeep, wait. Let me call all my, friends from the office. They will also be coming very soon. We meet up after end of day. And they all heard what I was doing. And they all were so happy that thank you so much that you came and you took the effort to come and visit us. And that was my best day in sales. I was sold out, whatever I was carrying. And they told, whenever you come back next in this area, Pradeep, please come and meet us. So I came down from 6 o'clock down from the building and I sat down on the ground in front of that tower and I looked up at the sky and I told them, I told God, thank you so much. And I understand that, this sales is tough, but if this is the kind of result I'm going to get end of day, I can do it day in, day out. And the same thing I shared with my mother because, like any child, we like to share our achievements with our family. So my mother was my big support system. So when I reached home, I was lying on her lap and I told her, Mommy, that, sales is a very tough industry. People tell me get out, people don't want to listen to me. But this is what has happened. And even though I have liked the responses I get, I can sell, I can make money, but it's a lot of difficulties. People say again and again and again. So my mother just kept her hand on my head and she told, are you really enjoying what you're doing? So I told, yes, I'm enjoying. Okay. So let me show you something. So she got up, she went to the cupboard, she brought something in a very nice bag. And she told me, Pradeep, open it. So when I opened it, it had my mother's jewelry inside. And all her jewelry, she had it in that small pouch. So when I started seeing that, I told her, oh, this is your jewelry, all your jewelry that you have. So why are you showing it to me? I'm not getting married soon. So when my wife comes, that time you give me, no? Or give it to her. She's like, no, I'm not giving you that sweat. Now, can you bring that dustbin from there? I'm like, okay. So I got the dustbin. So she told, now put all this jewelry in that dustbin. So I told, this dustbin is already having so much, waste paper and dust and all that. She's like, no, put it and give me the dustbin. So I didn't know what my mother was trying to do. So she took that dustbin in which I had put the jewelry and she started mixing it. And she gave it back to me in my hand, the dustbin. So she's like, Pradeep, can you remove the jewelry now? I'm like, yeah, but why did you put it in the dustbin? I'm like, it is valuable, right? This dustbin is valuable to you? I'm like, yes, I will remove it. But she told me one condition. You can't remove all the jewelry at once. You'll have to remove one piece of jewelry. So every time you put your hand inside, take out that one earring, take out that one chain. Okay. So every time I used to put my hand in the dustbin, I used to get a lot of dust, lot of wastage, but one valuable possession. So every time I used to put my hand inside, I used to be excited because I know my mother's jewelry was coming out. I did not stop till the time I found the last piece of jewelry. And I was so happy. And I told my mother, see, I removed everything. Like, thank you so much. But let me ask you, why didn't you stop? Because your hands were dirty. It was also smelling bad. I told her, because this is so important to you. After your family, these are the only valuable possessions you have. So she told me, Veda, this is the exact reason life is. You need to be sure that your valuable things that you want to achieve in life are there somewhere in the territory, in the market, in your city, in your zone, in your database. But you will not get it on your first try, on your second try, on your third try. Maybe 10 times you try talking about something to someone. On the 11th try, you will get that yes that you want to answer. But will you stop? You will only stop when you lose that confidence, when you say that, no, this city is not the right city for me. I see a lot of companies which start in one city and then they wind up saying that, no, this city, I don't think people are ready. Today, the best thing that has happened during COVID is people are not asking you, where are you doing business from? People are asking you a question, can you get this job done for me? No one asked me that where am I located, from where am I talking. If I tell them I'm sitting in a place in a small town called Devlali and I'm talking to you, you are in the other side of the country, will it matter? No, because for them, they want someone who can get the job done for them. And today is that time, that opportunity for each one of us. It's up to us. How do you want to take the best out of that opportunity? So whenever you're there, whenever you're promoting yourself, whenever you're taking that first step forward, remember one thing, that there will be people who will challenge you. There will be people who will tell you, no, please do not tell me that, this is the only solution, or, you are going to start something new. What is this? This idea, it's not going to work. But if you can conceive that idea, if you believe in it, you can definitely achieve it. It's all about, do you have the confidence? Do you have the passion to go out there and speak about that? I give this example always, that if we are really hungry, we've not eaten since a long time, and we are craving for that one particular dish. Everyone has that one dish. Like for me, it is pav bhaji. So if I'm hungry, I want to eat pav bhaji. Before even I go to that shop to eat pav bhaji, I can already get that taste in my mouth of pav bhaji. I know, oh wow, it's going to be good. Same thing is when you do business, when you're working, when you're promoting yourself or your company or your solutions, you should enjoy that feeling. You should be able to get that same feeling as when you're hungry and you know that you're going to eat your best dish. Because if you yourself are not excited and happy about what you're doing, that energy will not go to the other person. It's not that you need to be excited, jump. Sometimes I meet some people who are so excited that they cannot explain clearly what they are promoting. They're very good. So I always tell people that, excitement does not mean that you have to be, speaking loudly. You have to go out there and, show that you are better than the other. No, excitement is you feeling happy within. When I used to have teams working for me, I used to observe them. And during our morning meetings, I used to see that, if someone is lost in that meeting, so I used to ask him what happens. So one of my team members, he told me, Pradeep, my wife is expecting. So, I'm waiting for a call anytime and I'll have to rush. So I told him, please leave. Go now. Take care of that. But his mind was, if I go today, my salary will be deducted. I'm like, don't worry. Take care of that. So he went, he became a father, and he came back the next day. His excitement was at a different level. So I told him, do you want to continue working today or your mind? He's like, no, my goal was to become a father. I've become a father. My wife is comfortable. She's delivered. And now I'm ready, And that day, the next day, it was his best day. And why did that happen? Because he was mentally very happy. I see a lot of people pressurizing themselves. I will tell you one secret. If you're feeling pressurized, if you're having some other thought process in your mind, how will you be able to concentrate something? It's like when we were students, when we were preparing for an exam. What was the only thing going on in our mind about that particular subject? I'll tell you what happened with me once. It was during my 9th standard. I prepared for a subject, chemistry, assuming that next day the paper is chemistry. I did not see the timetable correctly. The paper was English. When I went to give the paper, I see everyone having a different book in front of them. So I'm telling, why are they studying this subject, the rehearsing? So I asked them, like, that's the exam. So my confidence went for a toss. I was like, I'm not ready. I'll fail, I think so. But the moment I told myself, I already know this paper is just one day ahead. And I passed. It's all about your mind. If you keep your mind balanced, trust me, every conversation that you have will come across natural and you'll be able to get the right kind of, that responses that you need. And please take control of yourself. If you take control of yourself, every activity that you'll do as an entrepreneur, as a startup founder, as someone who's moving from one field to the other, will happen in a way which will get you closer towards achieving your dream. But work very hard towards it. I think we are already approaching 9 o'clock. Okay. I can go on and on, but I would like to, give an opportunity to all of you to, share something which is bothering you when it comes to, this very important aspect, which will be a important part for you to achieve success is selling your idea, selling your product, interacting with customers. So Shivani, I'll request you that we can start unmuting one person at a time so we can make the most out of the next 30 minutes. We can start with the ladies first. We can start with Ms. Kanchan.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm facing a problem to interact with people. I thought language is a barrier. Uh, uh, I can't express myself in front of people. When if it is I'm talking in Marathi, I'm very much confident.
Okay.
But when I'm talking in English, I thought I'm not that much confidence. I feel myself might be I don't know, but I feel very low when I'm talking in English, and when I'm talking in Marathi, I can express myself very well.
Okay. Kanchan, see, the good thing is you have acknowledged that you feel you're not confident. That is a good sign. A lot of people don't know what area they have to improve on. What is confidence? Fortunately, you have asked this to someone who has been called as Mr. Confident. Confidence is something which has come to me after failing so many times. So it's not that confidence will come overnight. Confidence is failing n number of times, facing rejection n number of times. So as you said, this language issue, it is a major issue. And let me tell you, with every section of the society, you see this. Now, Kanchan, let me ask you this. When you're talking to someone in English, what happens? Are you not able to explain yourself well, or you are thinking that what should I talk? What is the main issue?
uh, Means my ideas are so much I want to tell them, but that I can't arrange that words and no statements where I can express myself fully. मराठी मध्ये खूप छान मी I think so I can convince people, but when in English uh, I cannot come in front. I push other person, go and explain them. I can come. Okay,
Okay.
but if it is in Marathi, I'm very much confident.
Okay. But do you think if you learn speaking English fluently, it will help you?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. So you need to understand how can I improve on that? And there is no particular age to learn something. People tell me, no, I had this dream to learn this thing, but now I am old. I tell them, please learn. There is no right age to do anything. And one thing we all have to remove from our dictionary is feeling ashamed of doing something. There is no job small, no job so big that we can't do. It's all about, do we really want to do it? So first step I'll give you is start reading English. The best thing to do is start reading newspapers. Subscribe to 2 newspapers, Times of India, Economic Times. Start reading it. Secondly, do this exercise with someone you're close to in your house, maybe your family member, or even in front of a mirror. Start introducing yourself, start talking in English about that subject which you want to master on. Start practicing this. And I can tell you, if you do this for 1 week, your confidence will go at a different level. And if possible, keep someone in front of you who can also speak with you. So if it's an interaction, you will see that you become more confident. It's not that you don't have that information in your mind. It's all about you transferring that information from Marathi to English. So it's like a translation that's going to happen. Okay. So translate those words in English. Give yourself that pat that, yes, I know it. I have that subject knowledge. I just have to communicate to the person in English. And you will see after a week of practice, you'll get yourself better. And do not feel shy that if I will say these words, that person will think that, I'm not fluent in English. It doesn't matter. I can tell you something after working with all the nationalities possible across the world. Indians, the way we pronounce English words is much better than American people, than European people, because our pronunciation is very clear. So people find us more easily comfortable to talk to. Okay, Kanchan. So practice, and don't think what other people will think when they hear you talking.
Okay, sir.
Just enjoy this. Tell yourself, I'm learning. Imagine what happens. You get better in speaking fluent in English. Imagine the opportunities that will open for you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
You
sir.
become much more happier because you know now only talking to one section of the society versus I'm opening up pan India. I'm opening up the world.
Okay, sir.
Right? And practice this. Okay. I'll also give you all my contact details. So anytime later, if you need any tips, I'll be more than happy to,
Yeah, thank you, sir.
guide you. All the best, Kanchan. So next, we can take Miss Ajita.
I'm already into sales, sir. I'm a financial advisor. Equally, I run my own company. I run my NGO. I run my Institute for Public Health Education and Research. And now I'm into Cloud Kitchen. So all the time selling and selling and selling.
Wow,
And
wow, wow.
it's been almost 20 years I'm into this. So, but still your tips were very useful for me.
Thank
And
you.
I'll practice because the way you work is really inspirational. Many a times it happens that we don't visit the offices like you did.
No, Ms.
But
Ajita, no, you have a lot of experience, and I'm happy that right now also you're learning, which is a very good sign. Learning
yeah,
should
sharpening the axe, sir. It's necessary.
absolutely, you said
I'm
it
a
perfectly.
soft skill trainer as well. So we must practice first and then tell others to practice. It is more
Absolutely.
important.
I think it's a pleasure to have you in the audience.
Oh, thank you so
Any
much, sir.
experience that you'd like to share with all the audience, which helped you?
Yeah, actually, connecting with people is more important. Means many a times it happens that means people also say you don't go to your relatives, they won't support you and all. But what I feel is we must at least communicate. So whenever they will need the product, they will surely remember. Because recently I started my cloud kitchen and I was expecting my husband and my son to tell their relatives that Ajita has started this and this and all. And one fine day, I came to know that none of them has communicated to their brothers and sisters that Mama has started something or Ajita has started something. Then on Dashera, I happened to meet my sister-in-laws and I told ki I'm doing this. They said, "Oh, we were not knowing," and this and that. And then I got orders from them. Are Bhabhi, you are doing, we were not knowing, now onwards you do this for us. It was great experience and I immediately recollected that I missed connecting with them. So I'll tell everybody that communicate, at least communication is important. Whether you get orders or not, it is not important. Because
So
one
true.
fine day, yeah, because one fine day they will remember you. If something is needed, then we can at least try once. So
No,
that
I
is
think it's your
important.
experience which has brought this very important point that people sometimes feel shy in talking about what they're doing to their friend circle. They
Yeah.
feel that if we talk to our friend circle, our relatives, they'll feel ki, he's talking to us because he wants us to, buy it or, recommend. But I feel it's no harm. Today, if we do any shopping, we don't just go and buy it, right? What we do, we take suggestions from our friends, from our family members.
Yes.
So I always say your first immediate circle of connects, your friends and family, are the people who should be convinced with what you're doing, even though
Yes.
they don't purchase from you. Why?
Right.
Tomorrow if you're sitting in a circle of your group of friends or office people or business, and if someone says that I need someone who's into cloud kitchen, and if I know that, okay, Ajita is into cloud kitchen, immediately I can connect you with Ajita. If I'm not aware, how can I suggest, right?
Right, right.
And
So
today,
now,
anyone will suggest if they know, because trust
yeah,
is very important.
because now I'm sending Chuda and Chakli to Goa.
Wow. Okay. Great,
It
great,
is
great.
nice for me.
No,
This new
absolutely, absolutely.
experience.
We'll also love to taste it
Oh yeah,
whenever
sure,
it's
sir.
possible,
Sure,
especially
sure.
with Diwali around the corner. So
Yeah,
great,
yeah, surely, sir.
great, great, great.
Thank you so
Lovely,
much.
lovely. Thank you so much, ma'am. The next we can take is Miss Preeti.
Sir, can you tell us what should be the points in the introduction? We have to create our small introduction. So what should be the points considered for that one?
See, imagine that you are meeting someone who is very important to you. If I'm
Yes.
not mistaken, you are doing your PhD, right? Or you have finished your PhD?
Finished a page.
Okay. So imagine you are meeting the best professor who you have read about, and who has inspired you, and you have met him. Suppose you met him in a meeting or in a webinar, and he tells you, Preeti, can you tell me something about yourself? What will be your introduction?
I'll give it from my career point of view because he is in my profession.
Very
So
good. Very good.
I'll tell him my first name, what I am doing, what is my qualification, what are my areas of interest. And if our interests are matching, then if I have referred him somewhere, I'll also tell that.
Correct. I'll tell you introduction. There are a lot of techniques about introduction, but what has worked for me till date is knowing who I am introducing myself to. If I'm introducing myself to a class of students, my introduction can't be so formal, right? That I am doing. My introduction has to be something which grabs the attention of the audience. So, one basic tip I'll give to all of you is when you're introducing yourself, understand who that audience is, who that other person is, and accordingly change your introduction. But few things is when you're introducing, definitely you have to tell your name. Okay, introduce yourself.
Yes.
Tell the name of the organization you are representing or the business style that you're into. A lot of startups, especially, they do not tell the name immediately because they want to keep some things for the later. So they will always say, I am a startup, a founder. We are into, IT solutions, or we are into, cloud kitchen. So keeping in that, but do not keep it very long. Keep it short unless you know that they are expecting you to introduce in detail. Keep it short. It should be like, you introduce and that's it. It should be an impact. So, hi, I'm Pradeep Manjrekar. I'm a sales and business development consultant, helping companies and sales teams get better in their selling capability. This is my introduction. Okay. Now, this introduction, I've given it to you because I know you are ready to, listen to me. But imagine if you meet me in a lift from fourth floor to ground floor and you are introducing. Your introduction can't be long, right? So that time your introduction will be, hi, I'm Preeti. I'm a PhD and I'm an expert in this. May I know something about yourself? A lot of networking events that happen, there is a small activity in that called speed networking, in which you will get not more than 60 seconds to introduce each other. So start practicing on how to introduce in different styles and keeping your target audience or target customer in mind. All right, so practice hard on this.
Okay, sir.
Preeti?
My two more questions are there.
Sure.
Next question is how to increase our network and build a relationship with the established network.
Now, when you ask me how to build your network, the best thing is that start researching. A lot of times we do not spend time on researching where we want to be. So imagine if you want to start targeting customers in Mumbai, for example. So we have to understand in Mumbai, there will be organizations which are specializing in your area. So start researching about them. Start knowing which are the companies which are specializing in that. Thanks to the digital environment today, there are a lot of focus groups. So if you're targeting MSMEs, you will find MSME groups. If you're targeting industries, there are different industries group. If you're targeting, say, consultants, so try and identify first who are the top 10 companies or people in your target list. If you can research them and find those names, half your job is done. A lot of times we want to expand our network, but we are just expanding and we are happy that we have 5,000 connection or 10,000 connections or 2,000 followers, but how many out of them are of real value to you? How many of them you can pitch today. So start researching, making that list, and start to connect with them. And if again I'm telling you, start connecting on LinkedIn, because every time you connect with someone on LinkedIn, even his network can be of potential help to you. All right, so this is my recommendation.
Okay, sir. And I don't have a profile on LinkedIn. I'll create today only after your session.
Please.
But sir, now I'm going into the business. So whether it's compulsory to talk about that, or shall I post my past activities also into it, or related to my career, profession, and all?
See, it should be a mix, but always be honest about it.
Yes.
Write about your journey, share your past experiences, and give a small, if you haven't started your new thing or if you're in the process, mention that accordingly. And LinkedIn, if you go to LinkedIn, you will get a lot of ideas. You'll see a lot of different people who have created their profiles. There is a headline where you can describe about what you're specializing in and your current what you're doing and your past experience. So keep a mix. Don't hide your past unless you have done something which you're not proud about. My first job was selling pens in front of my college from a small counter, and I am very happy to say that that is how I learned how to deal with customers. So I'm always, when I'm talking about myself in my sales journey, I tell people that I used to sell pens. So you have to be proud of what you've done and share it. Don't just keep it to yourself. People just share the big designations and my big experiences, but your first few experiences are the most important, because they have taught you. Either you have failed miserably or you have learned from it, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
Okay. Thank
keep a
you.
mix. Welcome. Okay, so next we can have Mr. Tushar Talware. So Tushar, is he here?
Sir, I think he has left the meeting. He's no more in the meeting.
Okay, so we can have Mr. Arvind.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Arvind.
Hello, sir. I'm not did not getting the questions. Please tell again.
Okay, if you have any question for me, if you have any point that you want to ask me.
Sir, I'm starting the career in the financial advisor to attract the people the
Achha.
service.
Okay. So how is it going? Have you already started or you are planning to start?
Planning to start, sir.
Okay. So I wish you all the best, because it's a very good industry, and if you can learn about it, also I'll suggest if you can certify yourself, it will help you in talking to customers with more confidence. Okay, so best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next we have Miss Apurva.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. My question is how to approach customers for existing products. Like there are so many companies in market, तर त्यांनी माझाच प्रोडक्ट घ्यावं या केसमध्ये कस्टमरला कसं अप्रोच करायचं?
Correct. So Apurva, there is hardly any product or service which is a monopoly in today's time. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I was promoting an environment-friendly, stationery company for a while, and when I used to pitch companies, especially the procurement people, the purchasing teams, they used to tell me the same thing, that already, we are having suppliers, so we are happy with them. So my point was not to sell them that time. My point was to educate them that I am available as an option. And I should tell them few things, my advantages of the product, everything, and assume that they will give me an order. If someone is telling you I am already aware of this product, this solution, a lot of times customers say, okay, sir, thank you so much. No, still I'll tell, complete your pitch. They should have all your details and leave them with one thought that, sir, madam, tomorrow, if you're thinking of changing your vendor or if you're thinking of having an alternate, a lot of companies tell me that I only work with these two companies and I'm happy. So I tell them that tomorrow, if there is any challenge in their supply chain, don't you think you should have a backup? So that is the time when I can be of help to you. So this is my details. Please feel free to reach out to me. Give us that one opportunity, that first opportunity we can share with you what we are capable of. And always, if you really want to do business with a particular company, even though they have 10 vendors, research about them. When is the time they, are looking for, placing orders? Keep in touch with the decision makers, with their, buying team, with their management teams. And it's very easy now. If you're there with them, you're connected with them, send them a message about your advantages, your features, because you never know, at times they will see that one message from you and they'll think, okay, maybe I should give a chance to Apurva. And a lot of times companies have a very good habit of asking for quotations. And we get happy, okay, we'll send the quotation and our job is over. If someone will ask me today, Pradeep, send me a quotation of your goods or services, I do not send them a quotation. I'll speak to them. Why? That is your opportunity to understand whether this quotation is just for a formality or is he really interested in buying from me. A lot of sales teams and a lot of founders tell me, we sent 200 quotations, but we got only 2 customers out of that. And if I ask, how about the other 198 quotations? What is the follow up, the track that has happened? No, our team did not follow because they did not send a reply. So let us not give up so easily. Let us start communicating. Okay, Apurva?
Yes, sir. Okay.
I have a question.
Thank you.
Sure.
Actually, what happens, I have seen for getting orders, the sales team or somebody, they want to ask for some commission or whatever they want. But being a lady, they can't directly ask it to me.
Right.
So how to go about it? Because recently I had given a tender in the government thing, and that fellow was very hesitant. Then he said, okay, madam, we will let you know. And I know the meaning of let you know. So
right. You already experienced about it.
So what I sent one of my friends to him to speak about it. That friend of mine was not sure whether we will get it. I said, okay, you go and try and tell him that whatever he wants, we are ready to give. And the deal was finalized. But everywhere I cannot send any of my friends to do this. So how to crack these deals? Because I cannot openly ask people that I'll give you what you what share you want or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is a regular practice. This is a regular practice.
See, unfortunately or fortunately, this is part of the business culture.
Yeah.
Not only in India, across the world. I was surprised to see it abroad also. But I believe one thing that, if I start dealing with a company where the people are expecting over and above what they truly deserve, there will be a time where they will misuse that relationship that they have generated for me based on that favor.
Actually,
I would rather not do business with that company. I'll tell you an example. I went and I was called for a meeting with a very big company, and they had called all my competitors. and same situation happened. All the competitors were offering them percentages,
Okay.
and my turn was there. So everything happened. The discussion happened. After that, they asked me, "What is your benefit that you'll give us over and above that?" So I told them one thing very clearly, that what is your important requirement to serve this problem of yours, or to make sure you're getting an additional income? Because if you're getting additional income and if you're happy, I can give you options to make more income. But right now we are here for solving this particular problem of yours. So if I'm in your situation, I'll see which is the best solution. You won't believe it, that person gave me that order only for the reason, Pradeep, you have promised me you'll give me revenue generation opportunities. I showed him the side of how to generate more money doing something part-time. And today he's very happy. He's like, Pradeep, I've become clean. I don't ask people to give me those extra commission. But there are situations where
Yeah, more I have seen into government departments.
yes. See, I would rather not deal with a company that way, because for me, I want a peace of mind and sleep.
Exactly.
I don't want someone to raise a finger on me and say, Pradeep, you got this contract because you know this person and you have done a favor. That contract will not have that value, and you can easily be replaced and you will not even say one word.
Yes, yes.
So do good business, quality business, which you are proud of, and no one can raise or point a finger, because all your money keep one aside and your respect, which is
Yes.
more important,
Respect
right?
is more important, of course.
So let's work on ethics, and trust me, it will take some time for people who are honest and who work with ethics,
Yes.
but it will help you sleep well. And if you are sleeping well, you're, I think, the most richest person,
Yes. Exactly.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I met a very successful businessman long time ago, and my pitch to him was, sir, I'm selling something which will give you peace of mind. So I must be early 20s that time. He told me, Beta, come and sit next to me. He's like, I have billions in my bank account, but I'll tell you my situation. When a phone call comes, I see that phone and I start remembering, who is this person? Did I promise him something? Did I promise him and I did not achieve it? Is he someone who's expecting money from me? By the time I think, that phone gets disconnected. Maybe he's a new customer. So he's telling me three things I'm giving you. One, if you sleep well. Secondly, if you can pick up your phone without thinking who that person is.
Yes.
And third, you should have no one pointing fingers at you that you did something wrong to me.
Right.
So I've followed that. I today
like
also pick up phone without seeing who is calling.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And I sleep well.
I do the same, but actually what happened in my company where I am into trading of sanitary napkin vending machines and incinerators.
Wow.
Government tenders are up for traders and manufacturers.
Right.
So we were trying to enter into government department.
Okay.
And it was like that, for opening, means for telling you how many tenders are there, you have to give us 5,000 rupees for each tender. And
See,
over
this
and
is-
above, yeah, over and above 1% of profit. So it was something fishy. Means I didn't feel
I'll
good.
suggest don't deal with that person at all. One tip is always reach out to the decision maker. Decision makers are generally clear.
He is the only decision maker. He is the
Okay.
decision maker. Yeah. He is the decision maker. But then whatever he asked for was not actually ethical and legal, I felt.
And then why do you want to relate and work with a company that way? Leave it. There are
No.
many companies
Yeah,
which
we
will
are
give you
not
business.
working with them, but that's what I'm saying. Ki people are used to ask for the share or some favor in monetary terms. So how to deal with it? Because
See,
being a lady, they don't ask me directly. So even
Yes.
if I enter into food production,
Hmm.
it may happen that there will be companies who say ki we will help you export your product, and in turn what you will share with us other than the fees they will charge. It
See,
is
let
possible.
me put across this way. if someone is ready to help you, keeping in mind that, I'll get my cut, and if he's really genuine, there's no harm in collaborating as an official, collaboration. But if you feel that person is someone who's pushing me towards, a very uncomfortable space, I'll rather not do business with that company at all, because it is not going to give you happiness even if you crack the biggest of tender, because at one point of time you'll always think this person, today he has demanded 1%, tomorrow he can demand 10% as the business will grow.
Yes, yes.
So rather remove these type of companies from your target list, I will say, unless they are the biggest contract and you want to crack it. If you want to really crack it, then do whatever it takes. Then forget the the shyness, and also tell the other person straight that treat me the same way as you'll treat any other vendor, because my goal is to make sure my product is placed in
Yes,
your
company. Right.
be very clear and leave it. Then with those companies, don't follow up, just leave it till the time you have made your point clear.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Next we can have Mr. Avinash.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
When I talk with new person or customer, I feel shy because of my introvertness. So how can I break it?
I'll tell you, Avinash, this introvertness is good. And recently I heard one of the most successful founders of India. He told that, they say you have to be an extrovert, but I'm an introvert running a team of 1,000 people. See, introvert is nothing. Everyone is an introvert. Let me tell you that. But it's all about, it's like, the need of the hour. If today, for an example, if, we need to take an action, if something is really important to you, will you feel shy? No, right? If you need to go somewhere and talk to someone which is very, very important for you, will you think about it? No. You will say, no, I have to do this. So whenever you're doing any task which is important to you, don't feel shy. Why we feel shy? Because we are assuming that if I talk to this person, what will he say? It has happened with me also at times. I went on a stage and I just went blank. So I told myself either I can, start feeling a bit demotivated, or I started singing. And trust me, the audience loved it, because they were not expecting someone in the morning will come and sing a song. They were all expecting someone who's going to give them a talk. And why I went blank? Because I did a lot of practice keeping in mind, what I have to say, and it happens. So don't be shy. Talk to more and more people, and start from your immediate family members. You know who I talk to a lot in my family? My son. Whenever I do a new thing, I tell him, sit in front of me. Let me explain it to you. And I believe one thing, Avinash, if we can explain it to a child, and if he is, engaging with you, you can explain it to anyone. And children, as they say, are very, upfront. They'll tell you immediately. So at times he'll tell me, Papa, what you're saying, I don't understand. Can you explain it better? So don't feel shy. Forget what the other person is going to tell you. Just go out there, start meeting more people. My mantra in life is meet more people, have more fun. If you're doing that, you will definitely make more money. So just be confident. Everyone has faced rejection, everyone has faced no. So shy, you don't have to be shy, you don't have to be introvert at all. And trust me, if you do this without thinking what the others will say, there will be a situation where you'll say, Arey, this is very easy. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, can we have Mr. Suraj now?
हॅलो सर.
हॅलो.
हा सर, थँक्यू. खूपच एनर्जेटिक सेशन होतं आणि मला म्हणजे सगळ्यात जास्त आवडलं ते सेलिंगकडे एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी म्हणून मी बघत होतो. पण आज हे खूप चांगलं वाटलं, म्हणजे सेलिंग एक पॅशन आहे आणि एक एन्जॉयमेंट करायची प्रोसेस आहे. त्याबद्दल खूप चांगलं वाटलं. पण सर अजून एक मला शंका होती की आपण ज्यावेळी B2C असतो सेगमेंटमध्ये किंवा म्हणजे स्पेशली रिटेलमध्ये असताना असं बऱ्याच वेळा होतं की जे कस्टमर्स वगैरे आहेत काही ते खूपच म्हणजे ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन्स करतात किंवा आपल्याला क्रॉस करायचा प्रयत्न करतात किंवा नोविंगली आपल्याला डॅमेज करायचा प्रयत्न करतात. तर यांच्या बरोबर कसं डील करायचं?
काय एक्झाम्पल द्या ना मला एक.
समजा आपण एक रेस्टॉरंट ओनर आहे किंवा आपण डिरेक्टली फार्म टू कस्टमर असं करत आहोत व्हेजिटेबल सेक्शन मध्ये वगैरे. तर अशामध्ये बऱ्याच वेळा होतं ना की कस्टमर आपल्याला ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन्स करतात. अशा वेळी
सूरज इंग्लिश मध्ये चालणार ना?
चालेल 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 सर. मला मराठीत बोलायचं होतं, इंग्लिश समजू शकतो.
चालेल. Suraj, this customer and person who is selling or the other side, generally what is happening is we are sitting across each other, right? Customer is here, salesperson is here,
Yes,
or the
sir.
company owner is here.
Yes.
In this, what happens? You are giving your point, he is giving his point, right? So there is a chance of clashing.
Yes, sir.
Why don't we move the position facing each other to coming side by side with each other? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, whenever I get a difficult customer who is very much interested in saying no, but he will find excuses. कि हा चांगला नाहीये, तो चांगला नाहीये. ठीक है? So what I do is I come and sit next to him. So I change my position. I was facing, I'll come next to him. Okay. What happens when you're coming next to that person? Now you tell him, sir, what is your goal? आपला टार्गेट काय आहे? आपल्याला काय करायचं? ठीक आहे? Can we understand what is your requirement? If this is your requirement, then I can tell you if my solution can help you achieve that. A lot of times people just want to argue for the sake of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let them argue, no problem. But ask them this one question. आपला काय टार्गेट आहे? आपला गोल काय आहे? ठीक आहे? If he understands what is he requiring from you or your company, then you can give him your best proposal. No?
Yes, sir.
If I start selling about this bottle without knowing if you're thirsty or no, maybe he just wants this bottle for display. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So understand, that's why as a person who is promoting something as a company owner or a representative or a founder, you need to start listening. Okay. Start listening more. When will you start listening more? When the other person will start talking to you more. If he is very negative, it is good. He's at least sharing what is there in his mind, right?
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of situations where I have sat with clients and they're just sitting this way, no reaction. So I asked them, sir, what do I understand? Did you completely understand? So in between, always when you're speaking to someone, ask them questions that, sir, can you explain me what you've understood till now? And if he's really negative, ask him those questions again. Sir, why do you think this way? What is the reason? And sometimes that same person will help you bring that solution for him.
Yes, sir. बरोबर आहे.
माझं तर बजेटच नाही. कशाला बजेट नाही साहेब? काय आहे प्रॉब्लेम? काय फंड्स नाही आहेत की टार्गेट नाही आता? त्याला मर्सिडीज घ्यायची आहे, ठीक आहे, लेकिन त्याचा बजेट आहे सुझुकी गाडीची. तर कसं होणार? मतलब काहीतरी लॉजिक नाही आहे ना तिथे.
हो.
सो अंडरस्टँड हिज फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड. काय चाललंय? काय घरी काय झालंय? काय त्रास आहे काय घरी? I have met with customers who are very rude, Pradeep, and they just start bouncing on you. I tell them, sir, is this a good day? सर आज अच्छा दिन है क्या बात करने का, नहीं तो मैं कल आता हूँ वापस. तो he'll tell you why. नहीं सर, आज आप बहुत ज्यादा मेरे से गुस्से से बात कर रहे हो. So, sometimes it's better to change the direction of the. If you are feeling he is putting a lot of pressure, take a break. Take a break. Tell him that you are not able to understand why you are talking this way. A lot of times when customers are angry, they are negative, we tend to go away from them. No. Listen to them more and tell them, sir, I am here to help you. The moment you tell them I am here to help you achieve your goal, if you can, if you feel you can't, tell them this 2-letter magic word, no. We have a very genuine issue of using this word no. We tell maybe, we will see, bagnar mi bagto, calculation karto, honar ki. Don't waste time. If it's no, not possible, tell him no. I got a lot of people who are working on deadlines. Customer has a deadline, he has come to them. मला घर घ्यायचंय 2 आठवड्यात, मला लोन पाहिजे. ठीक आहे. आता मला पण माहिती आहे मी बँकर आहे की 2 आठवड्यामध्ये नाही होणार. पण मी काय सांगणार, नाही साहेब चालेल ना. आता 10 दिवस झाले, काय झालं, काय सिच्युएशन सर, आता ऍप्लिकेशन प्रोसेस मध्ये 11 दिवस झाले, काय झालं सर, आज संध्याकाळी बोलतो मी. 12 दिवस झाले, काय झालं सर, ऍक्च्युली ते अजून एक आठवडा लागणार. आता काय झालंय, मी ऍज अ बँकर मला माहिती आहे प्रोसेस माझा इंटरनल, लेकिन कस्टमरला आता तो फ्रस्ट्रेट झालाय ना. आता डे 1 लाच मी त्याला सांगू तर 2 आठवडे नाही 3 लागणार. तर काय सांगणार तू, अरे 3 तर सर आता मी सांगतो ना आपल्याला, तर आपण तिथे अरेंजमेंट करा. Always be honest to whoever you're dealing with. If you need more time, take more. And one very golden rule, please don't stop taking calls. आपल्याला माहिती आहे कस्टमर अँग्री आहे माझ्यावर, ठीक आहे, त्याला काही इन्फॉर्मेशन पाहिजे माझ्याकडून. वी हॅव अ व्हेरी गुड प्रॅक्टिस, वी विल स्टॉप टेकिंग हिज कॉल्स. बरोबर, रिप्लाय नाही देणार आम्ही, नाही करा. त्याला तर अगोदर करा. मला एक कस्टमरने सांगितलं, प्रदीप मला माझं काम होऊन जाणार का, सर आता तर नाही होणार, 3 दिवस लागणार, हे प्रॉब्लेम आहे. तर तू कशाला सांगितलं मला असं, सर त्या दिवशी मला हे आठवण होतं, आता चेंज झालाय प्रोसेस, आता काय करायचं मला सांग. परत ते कॉल करतो, आपल्याला पुश करतोय, सर माझा प्रोसेस हा आहे. प्रेशर नाही घ्यायचंय, बी ट्रान्सपरंट इन कम्युनिकेशन. And customers like people who communicate with them and help them achieve their goals. Late होना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन उसको इन्फॉर्म करना टाइम पे बराबर. Okay, so start understanding why is he troubling you or becoming a pain, and help him solve that pain. Okay.
Okay sir, thank you sir, thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay. Anyone is left? Shivani?
No, sir.
Okay. I think we've almost crossed 9:30, 9:45. So I think it was a good session from my side. I have enjoyed interacting with all of you. And best wishes for you all in your life ahead. May you achieve all your goals and you stay happy and healthy. Shivani, over to you.
Yes, thank you, sir. I think this session was really needed and it was quite insightful. So thank you so much. And I'll share your contact details with them also on the group.
Sure. You can do that. And if there's any clarification they need, any help in their future, I'll be more than happy.
So नाशिकला आल्यावर येऊ भेटायला तुम्हाला.
Definitely, कधी पण, आणि we can be in touch. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you
Best
so
of luck.
much. Yeah.
Have a good day, sir.
Same to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care.